Hello, Mr. Ward and Mrs. Castles, Algebra ABC Year 1 students. Today we're going to start day 3 of Unit 2A. More of this functions that we've been talking about. We're going to use graphs and we're going to use tables. So let's get started. So on the left here we have a graph for f of x. We're going to look at the x values and we're going to find the y values. So let's start with blue and letter A. F of 3 means, draw the great wall, x equals, y equals, 3 is on the x side. So how do we find the y? Well, we're going to go to 3 on the x. This is the x column. There's the 3. Up until we get to the graph, over, f of 3 equals 4. And we're going to circle it. Let's do it again. Now it's G, so we have to be careful. Let's do G in red. G of 5, we're going to go down to the G graph. Again, draw the great wall. X equals, Y equals 5. Find 5. It's right there. I don't have to go up any. Where am I? I am at 0, circle it. Okay, now we got a little bit more complicated, but we can do this. We're going to do our F in blue. And we're going to do our G in red. So we're going to draw our great wall here. X equals, Y equals. 1's on the X side. Up. And over. Equals 4. Now we're going to do G in red, draw the great wall, x equals, y equals, x equals 1. Let's go to 1 on the G graph, up and over, y equals 1. But what we're going to do with those two is we're going to add them, so we're going to have 4 plus the 1. And the answer, as we all know, would be 5. Let's try one more time. Let's do the f of 3 in blue. Great wall. 3 on the blue. Up and over. We already found that to be 4. We're going to circle it. G of 3, we're going to go up from the 3 and over the 6. But this time, what are we going to do with those two numbers? We're going to subtract them. So we're going to take the blue 4 minus the red 6. Use your calculator if you need to. And we get negative 2. Alright, we don't need to do that last one. I think we got the pattern. We got those off of our graphs. We can also, we're going to come back to this in a minute, get it off of tables. We're going to do the same exact approach. We're going to still do our great wall, x equals, y equals. We're going to maybe shorten it a little bit by a different strategy. We're going to do the F again in blue. We're going to do the G in red. It says find f of 4. That means the x is 4. What's the y? We're going to take that x. The y is 8. The g is 4. What's the y? The y is 5. We're going to circle them. And what does it say to do here? We're going to add 8 plus 5, which equals, in our calculator, 13. Let's do it again. G of 5. We're going to start with red this time. When x is 5, what's y? Let's do it. 5 goes to 10. Circle it. That reminds me what number I'm going to use. Now you have second. X equals great wall, y equals. when x is 5. What's y? 12. And we're going to subtract those two numbers. 10 minus 12 equals negative 2. One more. After 4, blue. Great Wall. 4. Now you're getting the hang of it. 4 points to 8. Circle it. G is in red. Great Wall. X equals Y equals. X equals 6. 6 points to 15. Circle it. And we have 8. One extra step. 8. Take away the 15. And the answer is, calculator, negative 7. Nicely done. Alright, we got another table one. We got another graph one. Let's do the table. Pause the video here if you want and try it on your own. We're going to do the F again in blue. We're going to do the G again in red. F of 3, draw that great wall. X equals 3. What does Y equal? Some people like to set it up. G, great wall. X equals 3. Y equals, what does it equal? Let's go to the X. 3 points to, you got it, 36. Got to circle it. G, 3 points to, 6. Got to circle it. And then what are we doing? We're adding those two together. 36 plus 6 equals, calculator, 42. Perfect. G of 7 is going to start with red. X equals 7. What does Y equal? 7 points to 10. Circle. F. Great wall. 7 points to 36. Now we're going to subtract 10 minus 36. We're going to get a big negative on this one, and the answer, calculator, is negative 26. Let's do one more. G of 1 minus G of 3. They're both going to be red this time. Great wall. X equals 1. What does Y equal? 1 points 2. You got it. 4. Great wall. X equals 3. What does Y equal? 6. And if we take that 4 minus the 6, we get negative 2. Alright, let's go back to that other graph one. We'll do 2 of these. We won't do them all. F of 2. F is the blue line. I'm going to color this blue. And G is the red line. Got it. So when we say F of 2, we're getting the hang of this. Great wall, X equals 2. Now I'm going to go to my graph. F2, blue, up and over is 5. Circle. G of 2. X2, great wall. What does Y equal? Red 2 is 2. And now we're going to add that 5 plus the 2. And we're going to get 5 plus 2 equals 7. Excellent. All right. The only other thing we're going to do, I think you got that, is we're going to say number 4. Letter D. When is G of X equal F of X? What does that mean? Where do the graphs cross? And I would say they cross right there. They cross right there. And so we're going to say at those 2 points, we can say it either way. I'm going to say it as a point at 1, 3, because that's over 1 and up 3, or they equal is where they cross. All right, guys, great job about using this function notation, our great wall, given x, find y. And then we did some operations today. Tomorrow we get a chance to actually go backwards a little bit. We're going to give you y's and you find the x's. Excellent job, guys.